Alright, so this is what I want to talk about now. Ooh, take a look at that. But things worked out for good old Joshua. So, I like to think I'm a creative person. I try my best. In the field that I'm currently in... Oops, I made a mistake here. In the field that I'm currently in, working... there is no creativity, and I feel as though my creativity has gone down because there's no avenues, opportunities to be creative, and creativity is almost shunned. So I'm proud to say that I thought of something pretty good. And it's actually from like months and months ago, actually. And I didn't really know what to do with it. But now I do. And that's pretty good, right? Let's see if Luke does it. Nice. So, one of my projects that I have is basically if there's any idea that I like, but I don't really know what to do with it, I try to fit it into this one project because I want it to just be the weirdest town, and all the people there are very odd, and small town drama and things like that, and people are very isolated there as well. Very, there's a bit of a Truman Show in it. And the people do leave, but they never come back. So, oh, what's up with that? But this is what I thought of, and it's actually, actually, this whole project itself came from a dream that I had when I was like in high school, and then since being awake, I have expanded upon the idea. Nice job, Garcia, doubling this guy. It's... What was I gonna say? Like, people leave this town, and I want to find like a reason, or not a reason to, but like an opportunity to. Oh, he froze. But I don't know. I didn't know why. It was just like, oh, they just got up and left. But like, I want there to be like something, like a way for them to do it besides just like walking this way in one direction. You know what I mean? So this dream that I had months ago, it's May 4th. May the 4th be with you. I don't care about Star Wars at all, actually. I don't. I frankly don't care. Sorry, Star Wars fans. So, but alright, this dream I had, I dreamt I was at work, and I received this paperwork, the sheet of paper, where I remember it was a yellow piece of paper, and written on it, it had the name of the company, Eagle Supply Co. And I vaguely remember a logo, but like the texture on the paper and like where the words are on the paper are very, very distinct to me. And I remember that name, Eagle Supply Co. And that was one of those things that I wrote down because I liked the name of it, especially if there's names in my dream that show up. I always try to remember and write it down, because most of the time they don't make any sense. But anyways, I wrote this one down, and then just a few days ago I was thinking about it again, and I thought Eagle Supply Co. could be, you know, this strange company that shows up at this town to drop off supplies. Nice level up. Got defense. And that could be like someone could sneak out with them, because like the people, anybody who goes into the town is kind of like, whoa, what's up with that? How'd they show up? So it's like the Eagle Supply Co. could kind of like be those people. But here's the part of this that I'm like, this is perfect. The initials, the acronym for Eagle Supply Co. is ESC, Escape. And eagles are a representation, a symbol of freedom. And I was like, perfect. This is, I love it. Dream me was thinking so in depth. You know, as a writer, you know, I've read all these crappy books in school when they talk about, oh, here's a deeper meaning in the stories and the symbolism and all that crap. It's a bunch of hoo-ha. And because is the writer really thinking about this when they're writing the book, or is it just a coincidence that like things work out and English departments are looking for this crap to convince the kids? Maybe. I bet like 1984, absolutely. That's one of those books, yes. But like something like Walk Two Moons, that craptastic book I had to read in 7th grade. Jesus H. Christ. We talked about that book for months. That book was maybe 150 pages long. I could read that book in a week. I could read that, I mean, honestly, I could read that book and I'm a fast reader. Well, honestly, I wouldn't want to read it in a week because it's so bad. I have to stop because I just couldn't do it anymore. But anyways, the whole ass spiel was to talk about, as a writer, I don't think about that stuff. But when it happens like that, I'm like, I feel like a genius. I'm so smart. No one is smarter than me. That's one of the things. That's one of the things that I say to my mom and my dad, where it's like, hey everybody, I'm the best. No one's better than me. It's such this high confidence. That's just ridiculous. I really don't have that kind of confidence in real life. I just say it because I think it's funny. You know, Garrick is real good. You know, when I first played Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, I may have talked about this before, but I don't remember. I didn't use Garrick because I thought, well, I got Erica, I got Joshua, I got all these Cavaliers that have swords. Why do I need another sword user? Well, it turns out Garrick's really good, his skill is really high, and when you promote him to a hero, guess what, you got an axe user who's got really good accuracy. Just give Garrick a hand axe and you're set for life. Not joking around when I say that. A tomahawk. Like Kalik, spoiler alert, uses axes. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty, guys. Let me take a sip of water. Whew. Nothing like a cold glass of water. Imagine doing that in real life. There's a giant spider attacking you. And he's got these sharp claws. I mean, they're not really claws, but... And you just do a little side dodge. Imagine that. I don't know what I'm doing here. I just want the experience. Erica! I think she's excuse me, underleveled. So that's what I'm trying to do. I got a little bit of time today. Gotta watch Thunderbolts. Florence Pugh, man, she pretty or what? She was in Dune. I forget the character's name that she played. Actually, you know what? I got the time. Let me look this up. She was a princess. And her dad was Christopher Walken. Dune. Princess Arulin. Yes. She's very pretty. That Florence Pugh. Anyways, I got distracted by Florence Pugh. In my mind, I wasn't even looking at her. I googled, you know, what is the name of the character that she plays in Dune? Nice job, Franz. Good going, buddy. Never my sword. Ugh. Kyle. Ugh. I've been getting bad level ups with these calves. You know what bums me out? Is that, like, Cavalier is such a cool word, and somebody else, not me, somebody else thought it was a good idea to name a sports team the Cavaliers. I messed up. The Cleveland Cavaliers. That is so awesome. You got the C, you got the L, you got the V. 2 words with a V in it. That's awesome. I don't know who thought of that. That guy's a genius. But you know, like, I thought of a different name, different sports team name. And it's because it's the promotion of the Cavalier and Fire Emblem. I think a good name for a sports team is the Paladins. Because why the heck not? I don't even know what a Paladin is in real life. Actually, I think I do. Because I think I've looked it up before. I think it was the Knights of Charlemagne in the Holy Roman Empire. The Paladins, also called the 12 Peers, are 12 legendary knights, the foremost members of Charlemagne's court in the 8th century. Woo! I know my stuff. Those Wikipedia rabbit holes I go in, looking up ancient history. Actually, that's not that ancient. As soon as we hit the quadruple digits of the years, that's when I get a little bored. Actually, you know, I think it's the start of the Renaissance. I think that's when I get bored. Because, like, people get smart, and they decide, we're gonna start keeping track of history. Because I think, you know, history that's further out, people weren't taking as good records. So historians are just trying to fill in the gaps. And because historians are kind of weird guys and girls, I'm not trying to discredit what people do. Fire department. My house is not on fire. Not to my knowledge, at least. What was I gonna say? The historians try to fill in gaps and they make it more exciting than what probably happened. Because historians are fans of Lord of the Rings. They're gonna make it more exciting than what happened in real life. And then people got boring. It's like, no, they didn't get boring. They've always been boring. But we made it more exciting. Because we didn't know. Like King Arthur and his crap. That's some cool stuff. Everybody had cool names. Now everybody's named John. And Chris. I mean, well, in all honesty, I'll say this. I have a very common first name. Which I like. I like having a common first name. Because now I have to prove myself. That, hey, there are a lot of other people that have the same name as me. I have a friendly rivalry with these people to show that, hey, I'm better than this one. That's my philosophy. Now I gotta run back. I gotta take care of these guys. These guys. And deal with it. Sala. I like Sala. I don't know if I'll use them or not. Because I did a run of Fire Emblem. My most recent run was I could only use people who could promote to Great Knights or Sages. Because there are so many people who can promote to Great Knight or Sage. And during that run, I learned, wow, Sala is pretty darn good. Well, I mean, he was honestly all the magic users in this game, besides Mulder and someone we haven't met yet, are pretty darn good. All right, I forgot what I was doing. I was trying to blow my nose. You can probably hear me rustling around. Rustling around in these leaves. It's what we do. It's what we do when we have to rustle in the leaves. We make lots of noise. I don't know what on earth I'm talking about. What voice am I doing? It's not really that funny, but I'm doing it anyways. When I'm alone at work, like I got the office to myself and like pretty much everyone's out to lunch. I get a lot of work done if nobody calls me. Nobody calls me, that's great. But I get a lot of work done and I go a little nuts because I have to, you know, be a normal person for like 4 hours and I can't do any silly voices and it's such a pain. So I really go, when nobody's there, I do all these weird voices, I talk to myself, and I have a grand old time. But my office has windows so I can see when someone's coming so I can stop almost immediately. Sometimes recently I've been turning my music on. Stab. I've been turning my music on, so I can even turn my music off before anyone even gets close. Ooh, nice. Oh, gosh. I'm running through this. I want to get all of them done. I don't know how the previous episode's going to edit quite right. It's probably going to be a little off. I'll do my best. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You get what you get, you don't get upset. Except I did get upset, so I'm doing it over again. Oh, gosh. Gosh, golly gee willikers. Whoop. Boom. Gee whiz. You know, I start to really feel like, oh, day's almost over at like 3:30. Actually, no, once everybody else is going home. Because I have to work a little while longer before everyone else gets to go home. Because I get in later. That's how the shifts go. So, yeah. What was I talking about? Well, I only got a minute before I need to be. I'm out of here. I'm gonna start over again. Come on, what am I doing? What am I doing to you? Whoop! You're dead. Take me to the place of Kyrpalin. Man, is that a good name. I want to use it for something else. I want to use Kyr, because that means like fort or something in Gaelic. I had a project in mind that I was going to use some like Irish stuff. Irish stuff. Got some Irish stuff in my projects. Okie dokie, this is the end of this one.